Okay, fitting some large collars to this Seadoo 215 GTR. It's a 2012 model. This is the bolt kit that goes with our medium and large collars. They both use the same kit. So we've got 20x6 hex 316 stainless bolts, 40 nylock nuts, M6x20 stainless steel washers, M6x12.5 stainless steel washers, and pop rivets, the alloy pop rivets. The pop rivets are for Yamaha and Kawasaki only. Seadoo doesn't use pop rivets. And this is our two mounting brackets. The mounting brackets already come with their bolts pre-welded in them. On these bolts you'll see we put some copper slip on them. It's copper slip or never sees, all depends, but yeah, we put some copper slip on them, so if we put the nuts on so they don't bind up, because it's 316 stainless, they sometimes, if you spin them a bit fast, they tend to bind up. Okay, this is the tools I'm going to use to do the installation. It's my square, marking pen, 10mm spanner, 6.5mm drill, and another 10mm just to tighten them up at the back. Okay, we've removed this corner rubber, we've taken out the bolts that holds it in place, taken it off, and the gunner rubber sits on here, it clips on, so it just clips on there. We've unclipped it, took the whole gunner rubber off. So for installing the bracket, this is our installation bracket. So when we're done, it sits in behind the gunnel like that. When we're done, that's where it's going to sit. So we fit our, I call it a mounting bracket, to the gunnel here. And that's where the top and the bottom half joins together, and it makes a thick layer of about 12mm thick between the two holes, top and bottom. Now we bolt on through that thick fiberglass. So what I do is I measure all the way to the top, and I measure all the way to the step, because there's a step on the inside. We want to go to the second step all the way to the top, but just before it turns. We don't want a bracket to go into a turn, or else your collar will sit up. You just want it on a flat surface. So I measure that on my square, and I see it's about 25 all the way up to the top. 25, but I don't want to go all the way up, so I'm just bringing it down. So I'm taking I'm going to make it 17mm. Through experience I've learned about 17mm, 16, 17mm, and then I'm going to mark it. This is to do my first hole. I put my bracket up, get in line, I see where I want my hole to sit. Just over there. And that's where my first hole is going to be. That's where my bracket's going to end. That's my first hole. From the bottom edge, it's about 16 or 17 more, and I draw my first hole. I put a little plate in behind it before I draw. Once we've drilled the hole, there it is. We take just one hex bolt from the outside, no nuts, no washers or anything, and we just put it in. and we put a nut on the back. Don't worry, we're going to take it off again. This is just to keep the bracket in place, to do our other holes. So we've put that bolt in now. Now we're going to do our second one. I use the square. I level up the height from the ridge of the top end to the top of the bracket. Level that up, and when I go to my second hole, get it right here, and then hold it in place and do my second hole. Make it in. Put my bolt in, nut, line up, okay, and then we do the rest of our bolts. Now the thing about this bracket is not 100% straight, because we weld these bolts in there. The bracket tend to bend left or right or up or down a little bit. So as we go forward, don't rely on the bracket being square. You go and take the square on each one of them. See, like that one, it needs to go up a little bit. So each and every hole, as you go forward, you go and you push your bracket up and you do each hole individually, and you mark it individually on your square. Let's do that now.
She's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her.
We've drilled all our holes now. So now we're ready to put the bracket in the back side. So we're going to take off all the bolts that we've put in. Just clean it and then put it in at the back.
Covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take it into her side.
Off. And there's our holes nicely lined up. We're going to install the bracket at the back end. It's fairly simple. So it's just our normal the hex bolts that's in the kit with a 20x6 washer. That goes in the front, like so. The bracket goes in, and then we just use our normal nylock nut at the back. So the nut at the back doesn't get a washer, it goes straight onto the stainless plate. Okay, do the next one. Same story, goes in. So get all your bolts, nuts and washers in, and then once they're all in, then you tie them up. Don't tie them up as you go, because then you'll struggle to get them in. So this gunnel where it goes back onto the jet ski, this is the bottom part. You see how long this is? So we're going to cut that now off. We're going to take that front tip off. There's a little step there. We're going to take that little bit off there. It still clips in. We just don't want it to go all the way in right to the top end of it, because at this stage it's very long. So we just want to make it shorter so the installation is a bit easier to put it back in. So we're going to cut it right there all the way through. I'm going to take that bit off. Show you when I'm done. Okay, this is the piece that I've cut off. I've cut this one off now. So that's what's left on it. So I basically just chopped it in half. There's a step there you can see. I took like a quarter off and there's like 3/4 left. So yeah, that's it. Now you can cut it with it's pretty tough, this plastic. Like you can cut it with trimmers or tin cutters or something like that. Or you can do, if you've got a really good scissor, you can use good scissors. Myself, I just use a baby grinder with a 1mm cutting disc and cut it fast. Okay, so now we've got the bracket back on. Now we're going to put the gunnel rubber back on. Now that's probably the most difficult part about this whole job, is getting this rubber back on. So we've trimmed that one back, as I mentioned before. We'll just take a few more off so it's not that long, and it needs to go in behind that one. So what I do is I just put some Vaseline on it so it slides easy, because you've got to slide it on from the back to the front. So you just get it started, put it in like that, and then I get someone to give me a hand. From the back end, we just knock it with a piece of timber or something, and then it slides it through. We'll do that now. Okay, so we've knocked in the gunnel rubber now. That's in. So now we're going to put our covers back on and just clean the ski, and then just bolt the collars on. But now this corner cover, right on the corner edge here at the bottom, right at the corner edge at the bottom, it catches on all Seadoos is like that, like this corner piece there. So I'm going to cut it. Just that corner out there at the bottom. You can't even see it, and you just finish it off nicely. It's just because that's where the bracket ends, and this folds around, or else this pushes against your collar the whole time. So I just cut this plastic at the bottom like that. I'll do it now. Finished. That corner is removed. So it's at the bottom, so you can't really see it. It goes at the bottom like that, and your collar sits, the bracket ends right there, so it looks like it fits in with the bracket. Just that corner at the bottom, like that. Okay, so the three covers are back on, the gunnel rubbers are back on, everything is back as normal. At the bottom, that is, our collars are bolting on, so we're going to do that. We're going to bolt them on now. So